Melissa G. Wilson here, coming to you from Networlding and Networlding Publishing, books and more that make the world better. I'm really excited today to share more about why you should look at creating a series. So, I had the pleasure of working with one of my colleagues. His name is Andy Friedman, and Andy had the wonderful opportunity and took it to become the first Chief Content Officer for the American Marketing Association. When he was there, I suggested that he look at publishing a series. They had been thinking about something around what they called the 7 problems of marketing. And I suggested, why not look at having themselves be the publisher, because I had published a book with the American Management Association called The Wisdom Network with the head of knowledge management at that time of UBS, and that book was part of the American Management Association's book list. And I also, at the time I was talking to Andy, said, also, Andy, look at the work that the American Bar Association does. By the way, they're both in Chicago, the American Marketing Association and the American Bar Association. I had the pleasure of being on their board with another one of my colleagues who was running a division of their books. And so Andy said, well, let's see. And he pulled in professors from the Drucker School of Management, and they came in and we talked about the opportunity for the American Marketing Association to be the publisher on a series. Now, the professors really liked the idea. They had looked at traditional publishing and they liked the freedom of moving forward with their own series through the American Marketing Association. So, after about a year and a half or so, these 2 first books in the series came out, and interestingly, eventually they were bought up by a larger publisher too, just as my book from the American Management Association was bought up by Harper. So you never know what will happen to a book or books, but what you do know is if you start in a way that allows you to create great books, and again, these are hardback books. They're done beautifully. They look like any other book that is published traditionally, just very, very similar. It was wonderful to work on these books, and in my mind, it was something that helped the American Marketing Association move forward even more so than they had done so already, through a content strategy that amplified their brand. And these books are beautiful. They are just as substantial as any other traditionally published books, and these are done print on demand. So, when you're thinking of creating a series, think of the opportunity, especially those of you who come from companies, look at the opportunity to create a series for your organization, because there's no question that a white paper, in my mind, is either equal to, but I would still say a book gives you author status, so it's a higher level of marketing strategy, and one that has again and again in my world, where I'm a hybrid publisher and I'm helping others who are thought leaders create books and more that make the world better, it helps them go to that next level and the next level. So, when you're thinking of a strategy, think of the book series and think of turning what you know, the wisdom you know in your organization, into something that can be shared in a widespread way and even globally. And I'll talk more also about, if you do this the right way and you're very, very strategic and thoughtful about building your community of people who want what you have to say and they want to read what you have to say, that you can find yourself also selling internationally. And I'll talk more about that in the future, because I had the pleasure of working with foreign rights agents that work together with me now, and now working with other organizations like Heydrich and Struggles, where I published a book for them on culture, that opportunity to also then get your book out globally is a reality. And that's why you want to consider a series. So again, think a series if possible. And if you have any further questions, feel free to write them down below. Please share this video with somebody you know that could use the information. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is Melissa G. Wilson, coming to you from Networlding and Networlding Publishing. Make it a great day.